Hello everyone, and welcome to Joku Productions. I am your host, Joku. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I upload a video, okay? So it's pretty obvious that Atlanta is the current mecca of hip-hop right now. The city has given us everything from crunk music to trap music to even a couple decades worth of dances, and we're pretty sure they're not done yet. However, Atlanta wouldn't be as legendary as they are without the artists who put the city on their backs. So join us today as we count down the top 10 greatest Atlanta rappers of all time. Before we get started, I must inform you all that a lot of newer artists may not be included in this list, for we feel that they need just a little bit more time solidifying their legacy before they're compared to artists who've been killing it for the past 10 to 20 plus years, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. Starting the list off at number 10 is none other than Pastor Troy. With his unique delivery, no one has been able to combine street aggression with consciousness and spirituality the way he has. For him to release a controversial song like Vice Versa, which serves as somewhat of a hood version of Imagine by like John Lennon, just to turn around and give us a hood anthem like No More Player GA shows how versatile he's been throughout his career. The crunk era was a movement that helped elevate Atlanta to a higher status in hip-hop, and Pastor Troy will always be remembered as one of the pioneers that led the pack during that time. So thank you, Pastor Troy. Number 10. At number 9, we have one half of Run the Jewels and the Dungeon family's own Killer Mike. Over the years, Killer Mike has made a name for himself by using his platform to address political issues and injustice throughout this country. Starting his career off alongside two of the best Southern rappers hip-hop has ever seen, he was destined to develop a lyrical ability that would eventually cement him as a Southern hip-hop legend. With conscious content being a rarity in today's era of hip-hop, we look forward to him bringing more awareness to subjects that matter through his aggressive flow and unique wordplay. Number 9, Killer Mike. At number 8, we have Young Jeezy. When Jeezy released his Trap or Die project in 2005, it set him apart from all other artists at that time as he took his position as one of the founding fathers of trap music. His music allowed his listeners to walk in the shoes of a dope boy as he drops gems throughout his catalog on how not only to advance in the drug game, but in life in general. It's also a known fact that Young Jeezy has one of the best rap deliveries of all time, and he also was one of the first people to show us how important it is to have some pretty dope ad-libs. So, number 8, Young Jeezy. Let's move on. Next, we have Ludacris at number 7. Though originally from Chicago, Ludacris is an important factor in the advancement of the Atlanta hip-hop scene. He's always been known to give us a party anthem by intertwining his Chicago flow with Southern lingo and production. He's had a pretty successful career, and he definitely has the hardware to prove it. Nowadays, he's making a name for himself on the big screen, but still manages to maintain his relevance in music through occasional hit songs and features. Nothing less than a Southern hip-hop legend. At number 6, we have Future. So I'm pretty sure if we redo this list in a couple of years, Future will more than likely be top 5 at least. See, we're in what people like to call the mumble rap era, and Future pretty much ushered in the whole era himself. Now, mumble rap has been adapted by many rappers today. Yet, Future is way more than a mumble rapper. He is a well-respected songwriter as he continues to cross genres and make hits not only for himself, but other artists as well. Number 6, Future. Next at number 5, we have Big Boy. One half of arguably the greatest rap group of all time, Outkast. Big Boy has solidified himself as a Southern hip-hop legend through his work with Andre and as a solo artist. He's also considered one of the most underrated rappers to come out of the South, for he managed to hold his own on tracks with some of the greatest rappers of all time. He's been in the game for 20 plus years and is still putting out some high quality music for his die-hard fans. His contribution to the game will never be overlooked. Number 5, Big Boy. Keeping it Dungeon family, we move to CeeLo Green at number 4. CeeLo is arguably the most talented hip-hop artist to come out of the South. He's one of the first hip-hop artists to be known for singing and rapping, and he does both of them very well. He's crossed over genre after genre and has given us hit after hit. Yet before he gave us top charting songs like Crazy and F.U., he was the lyrical standout of the Atlanta rap group Goody Mob. His rap verses with Goody Mob and as a solo artist has helped prove to the world that rappers from the South can provide more than just party anthems, but consciousness and lyricism as well. Like he said at the end of his song, Big Old Words,
I won't never hear nobody else say goddamn niggas from the South can't rhyme. Never.
Now we are finally at our top 3 greatest Atlanta artists of all time with T.I. at number 3. Like Young Jeezy, T.I. is one of, if not the founding father of trap music. His music invites you inside of the trap, allowing listeners to envision life from the perspective of a hustler. His catalog is one of the most impressive catalogs you'll ever see, and he definitely has the hardware to prove it. He grabbed the mantle from the Dungeon family and further proved that artists from the South can compete lyrically with any artist from any region. These days, he has his hands in a variety of ventures, but we will always remember him for his contribution behind the mic. Number 3, T.I. At number 2, we have Gucci Mane. Besides giving us some of the greatest trap music we've ever heard, he'll be known mainly for being one of the most influential artists of all time. The majority of this generation's rappers credit a lot of their inspiration to Gucci Mane. Many people feel that it was him instead of T.I. that started trap music, and I'm pretty sure that debate won't end anytime soon. Regardless, the sound that Gucci created alongside legendary producer Zaytoven will continue to serve as a blueprint for current trap artists and future trap artists to come. Number 2, Gucci Mane. Finally, at number 1, we have the greatest Atlanta hip-hop artist of all time, Andre 3000. The second half of the legendary duo Outkast, Andre helped construct some of the biggest hits to ever come out of the South. You can't have an argument about the greatest rapper of all time without at least considering Andre. During his time with Outkast, they've won multiple Grammys, including Album of the Year. They went diamond with their album Speakerboxxx Love Below. They even have a blockbuster movie under their belt. Though he hasn't released a project in over 10 years, he still maintained his relevancy through guest appearances on other people's songs, which continue to amaze people as he gets better with age. He's been a pioneer in every way possible, whether it's in music, fashion, or expanding his overall brand as a creative. He will always be a key factor in the success of Atlanta hip-hop. So there you have it. Those are the top 10 greatest Atlanta rappers of all time. Please don't forget to comment and let us know what you think of the list. And most importantly, do not forget to subscribe. Till next time.